Hello there. My name is Dr. Anton Jessup, curator of monster studies here at the university. Now, I'm currently hard at work securing specimens for our second series of lectures. But the tapes are circulating, the signal is still strong, and I have received a number of your electronic missives. Brother Malachai writes in and says, "Doctor, I have a nightmare scenario I need your opinion on. If the Blob and the Thing were to go at it, what would be the outcome? Who would digest or assimilate who? Would the Thing be able to assimilate the Blob's cells before the Blob can digest it, or vice versa?" This is an excellent question. Let's explore. As you'll remember, the Blob began life on this world as a meteorite-hopping lump of star jelly. Once released on our terrestrial biomass, it gorged itself on innocent townspeople until human opposition had no choice but to freeze it and ship this frozen alien amoeba aggregation to one of Earth's frigid poles. But of course, our planet's polar regions are truly iceboxes of horror. Drop your blobsicle in the Arctic and you risk its resurrection by some Victorian corpse-cobbled renegade. Drop it in the Antarctic and you risk it encountering the Thing. Based entirely on a pair of disastrous 1982 encounters, we know the Thing to be another formless aggregate organism from the outer void. And yes, it also writhes with hunger for all of Earth's delicious biomass. Yet not only does the Thing swiftly consume living tissue, it demonstrates a remarkable power to replicate those tissues as well. Combined with its potent intelligence, this shape-shifting ability allows it to assume a host of forms, both to disguise itself and to lash out with hideous organic weaponry. And if these two alien monstrosities were to meet? Well, let's consider the horrifying possibilities. The Thing certainly benefits from higher intelligence. It passes itself off as a human in complex social situations with relative ease, and it's capable of at least pilfering interstellar technology, if not creating it outright. Meanwhile, the Blob is an accidental tourist at best, seeming to possess nothing in the way of higher reasoning. Humans were able to outsmart the Blob on 2 separate occasions, so I believe the Thing would fare just as well, if not better, aided by borrowed human flamethrowers, freezers, or whatever technology it would need. In the case of actual physical contact between these two organisms, the situation is less clear. Both the Thing and the Blob absorb terrestrial tissue with ease, but what about extraterrestrial tissue? The human immune system fails utterly against the Thing, but would the Blobs? Likewise, how would the Thing fare against a full-force assault by aggregate amoebas? I, for one, still side with the advanced biology of the Thing, but it might well be a moot point anyway, for dark tomes and a catastrophic 1931 Antarctic mission speak of other alien amorphous horrors in that frozen wasteland, an ancient servitor race of Shoggoths that form limbs and organs as needed from their slime-spewing protoplasmic masses. And beyond those mountains of Antarctic madness wait the darkly rumored proto-Shoggoths, godlike in intellect and answering to the shunned name Yog-Sothoth. So what do you think, dear viewer? Which formless polar blasphemy would rise victorious from this battlefield of writhing flesh and cellular Armageddon? Please share your thoughts with me, or possibly with us. In transmission.